Good evening, my brothers. Good evening, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to Wake Up Monday. We're on. How you doing, Akili?
I'm doing all right. Awake and alive. That's great.
Man, that's okay. Awake and alive. Yeah, that's good for Wake Up Monday. You're awake and alive. Yeah, alive and kicking. Man, we had a good time in church yesterday.
Yes.
And
First service I can attest to. Second service, I was on the other duties, but yes.
well, those other duties are a big deal because you are linking the simulcast between our other campus in Michigan and Mississippi. So that was a cool thing. Listen, everybody that's in, yeah, this is me. It is I, says me, and I'm with my co-host, Akili Matthews, or better known as Christian Boy, and Chastity Head. You are right on. If you are on your Berean check-in, how are you, Chastity Head? Good to see you. Good to have you in with us on today. Look at that smile. Chastity Head,
Hey
phenomenal.
Chastity, how you doing?
Good to see you. Anybody that's in, want to hear from you real quick. We just got a few moments. It is nice and cool here in South Haven, Mississippi. It has cooled down. It was warm the other day, but it's not that anymore. Glad you're doing okay, Chastity. Anybody that's in, come on and check in. Tell us where you at. See how you're doing. It is Thanksgiving week. Are you cooking? I saw you online when you made that lobster tails and
Oh,
all
I'm
that.
not cooking.
You're not
I'm
cooking?
not at all. No,
Man,
nothing.
I am pre-grilling right now.
Mm,
I
mm,
am
mm.
pre-grilling. I'm pre-grilling. Yeah.
Pre-grilling.
Yeah, grilling is a process. So you grilling, it's a process. That's one thing you don't want to rush. Sonia Tyler from Danville, Illinois. This is, you know what, Sonia Tyler is a Wake Up Monday OG. I just got to say that she's a Wake Up Monday OG. She's always with us at the Leadership Summit. By the way, yeah, our Leadership Summit is coming up. By the way,
Yeah.
January 15th through the 17th. That's a big deal. Maybe we need. I
I will
need.
put the link in the comments.
Okay, he's going to put a link in the comments. Anybody that's watching, wants you to be able to check it out and be with us on the 15th of
15.
January through the 17th. Sister Davina, how you doing? Bless you. Tell my brother I said hello. It's good to see you. Very good to see you. They're on Facebook and then over on YouTube. Thowley, I'm gonna 6734. Yo, what's up? Good to see folks from Facebook and from YouTube. He's dropping a link. Listen, the Leadership Summit is the marquee event for those who are seeking to power up and to do great things in the year. I hope I'll see you. He's about to post it to give you the link so that
Mhm.
you can get in. It's on our website. Good to see you, Ruby Smith, all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. Good to see you. Good evening. Bless you. Good to be with you. There's the link right there. You can see it. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Actually, you can see it. You can see it in the comments, both on YouTube and on Facebook. You can join the Tabernacle Leadership Summit. It's on our website. You can register, get all the information you need, and be a part of the Leadership Summit. We have, we were trying to bring less speakers, but man, we got another all-star, high capacity kingdom individuals that are coming, and we'll release all those that are coming. I think we've already, what do you call it? We've already confirmed all of our speakers, and it's going to be phenomenal. God is going to
Mhm.
speak through them. I want to shout out to Sandra Jordan Clayton from Laurel, Mississippi. Bless you there in Laurel, Mississippi is working it out here. My sister, Evangelist Porter, last week, you were on the bus headed home from Memphis, headed to Detroit from Memphis. You had traveling mercies back to your apartment from Memphis, Tennessee. There it is. It's there too. So glad you're back. My sister Sean Ari from Alaska. Man, that's my people from Alaska. I met some great people in Alaska. I don't know if you
Alaska, shout out.
Man, Alaska is a beautiful place to be. That's phenomenal people. Antonio Mason, good evening. Bless you, Antonio. Good to be with you. Look
Bless
at
you
there it
all.
is. Early registration is now open. And so if you decide, wake up Monday, folks, you want to register early, you can register now for the Leadership Summit 2025. It will be worth your time. Now, let's get into what we're going to talk about. Man, did you see that whole thing in Denmark? Denmark has been using a so-called parental competence test to decide whether certain mothers, especially if they're from Greenland, Greenlandic immigrants or minority women, they're really targeting them to see if they're fit to raise their own children. You actually kind of told me about it, but that was unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw it on, I was on Instagram of all places. I try to follow the news and political stuff on Instagram, on all my social media. So it was interesting to see it on there. That, yeah, they were using competency tests to see if they're fit to be mothers, basically fit to be parents for that matter, because, there are husbands involved in some of these cases. And who's to say who is and isn't fit to be a parent?
Well, they have removed babies hours after birth because the mother failed what is being called a culturally biased exam. Even after the government announced that the test would be banned for Greenlandic families, cases went forward, and what they call competence, people are calling discrimination. That just gets me. You having a baby, and they're giving you a test to see if you're, competent to have a parent, to be a parent. What's on the test? Let's just say you're in labor. You had a baby through vaginal birth or C-section, and they were like, you need to fill this out. We need to see if you can keep this baby. What kind of questions are they asking? Do you know some of the questions?
I was reading an article. It was on the BBC. Two of the questions that they asked, one of them was, who is Mother Teresa? And the other one was, how long does it take for the sun's rays to reach the earth? Those are two of them.
How long does it take for the sun's rays to reach the earth? Well, now I know that's 8 minutes. Is it 8 minutes, right?
Yes.
The 8 minutes for the light to reach. But if you don't know that, does that make you not fit to be a parent?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good question. Even for if you don't know who Mother Teresa is, does that make you not a good parent because you don't know who Mother Teresa is? Even though, that's weird.
I saw another question that's on the test. What are the stairs called in Rome? I don't even know what that is. What are the stairs? The stairs in Rome, what are they? And you're supposed to know it. So they're saying they're asking cultural questions. They're not considering that there's a difference in language between Denmark and Greenland, but they're immigrants there, and they're taking their babies at a disproportionate rate. As a matter of fact, I think people who are from Denmark, they're only about 1%. If you're from Greenland, it's about 6% of babies that have been taken at birth.
Man,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, and then there's some other stuff they were doing, like they would have them have a test with a baby doll to see if they're for maternal to the babies or something. I don't know.
So if you don't treat the doll nice, you can't have your own baby.
Basically, yeah.
Micaiah Turner, who has a small baby, my man Jira, she said that's demonic. Yeah, imagine. Now, here's the interesting thing. As crazy as it sounds, Denmark is not the first ones to do this. As a matter of fact, this happened in the United States. Happened in the United States in the past. Do you remember that documentary you watched when you were young in school? Do you remember that documentary, Ma'afa 21?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember they talked about it in there. As a matter of fact, during the 20th century, in the 1900s, America forcibly sterilized about 60,000 women, most of them poor, Black, indigenous, or disabled, or immigrants. So the United States, the government decided who should and who should not have children. They would forcibly sterilize them. As a matter of fact, the big case was a case of two sisters. Their last name was Relf, R-E-L-F. These sisters, aged, one was 12, one was 14. They were sterilized without proper consent, meaning they probably had their uteruses taken out, or at least their fallopian tubes and their ovaries taken out, so they could never have children. And these girls were forcibly sterilized. Among Native American women, up to 25% were sterilized in the 1970s by the Indian Health Service.
Yeah.
In North Carolina, for our folks that live in North Carolina, 65% of forced sterilizations were performed on Black women. So 65% of forced sterilizations were performed on Black women during that time. Yeah, and so, and although at that time, and they were only about 25% of the population. I don't know, you won't remember this, but there were people who were saying for a while that Black people were predisposed to crime. So in order to reduce crime, they had to reduce our population.
Well, I hear it now. It's a lot of neo-Nazis and people getting on chat groups with kids and teaching them that.
But it's not just neo-Nazis, it's high-level politicians who believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you see things like Chicago with children attacking the family, you saw that, right?
I heard about it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a gang of children attacked the mother. She's sick and all these other things. Yeah. And so they say, look at this. Look at this. There was a riot downtown Chicago the other day. Say, look at them. Look at them. They're like monkeys. Because really what it links to is Darwinian teaching, because, you know, they still teach evolution in school. And so evolution in school, since evolution is unproven and there's no documentary evidence, there's no fossil evidence, the one evidence always has been the link between monkey and man are Black folks. And so when people start saying, you know, once you go Black, you never go back, and Black women like this and Black men like this, and we jump higher, we run faster, then it feeds right into that type of narrative. So it don't have to be a neo-Nazi. It's just the fourth grade science teacher that teaches that you came from the goo to the zoo to you. That's racist. That's the racist theory that goes there. So yeah, I guess they're all neo-Nazis for that matter.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the medical field has. Well, do you know about Unit 731? And during World War II, Japan was doing crazy stuff to people. Like they would boil a baby and call it scientific research and say, unfortunately, the baby died when it was boiled at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. The scientists took all that data, and that's how we have a lot of the medical information we have now, like the body is 70% water. I'm bringing that up because also in Germany, the scientists were doing things with that. And when America got that information, they used it. That's why people think that Black people are less predisposed to get diseases or certain things like that, because they still have those racist and eugenical ideas from scientists that weren't even really scientists at the time. Because a scientist without ethics is not a scientist.
Right. Well, now you said a big word, eugenical, eugenics, that come from eugenics, meaning the study of weeding out certain races and controlling population and bringing up a desired outcome. So, yeah.
And eugenics is supposed to go hand in hand with, originally, because Darwin's cousin made eugenics. Darwin made evolution. And they actually oppose each other because evolution is survival of the fittest. Eugenics is picking who's your favorite and going with them.
Right.
And so it's really interesting. It's not even scientifically a good thing to do. And then some people try to justify it now because, like you said, the kids in Chicago who did some bad stuff. So they try to say, you know, Black people are predisposed to all these things, but they ignore all the good things that Black people have brought into this world, like music. Most of America's culture is Black. There's all the slang is Black. Actually, DVRs were created by Black people. It's a lot of inventions that came from Black people.
Science, politics, all kinds of things.
People care about hair because of Black people. And it's so interesting. Most of the products are made by them. So You know, to say that this group of people, because of a few bad people, is bad, then we could turn that around exactly on white people and say, you know, hey, because there's a few people who've shot people, who've done mass shootings, maybe white people are predisposed to violence as well. But that'd be an unfair lens of what people are.
So in many ways, we could say, praise the Lord, at least America is past that. That's what people would think. That's our bad, ugly past. Man, we're not exterminating people and forced sterilization and trying to get rid of babies. But unfortunately, that Denmark, at least they're just taking the babies. In America, even right now, there is forced sterilization that continues to happen to this day.
And another form of forced sterilization. We had a conversation about this at our church before, but some doctors will tell Black women specifically to get hysterectomies because they can't bear children because it's too dangerous. It even happened with Mama. They tried to tell her to get an abortion where she was having me because it's too dangerous.
Well, yeah, and what happens is that we can be overly compliant. Whatever the doctor says, you need to have an abortion because this baby's you're not gonna survive. Oh, okay. I got to do what the doctor says. I got to obey, not thinking that you can have, just as you said, immoral doctors.
Yeah. And yeah.
So, but here's how it gets even more sinister. There's some medication that is used here in America that people get. They get an injection called Depo-Provera. That injection goes into a woman and keeps her from having a baby for 3 months. It is highly toxic, makes people sick, and can cause side effects even later. Then there's even a higher type of medication. It used to be called Norplant. That's a little like a matchstick that'll go inside under the arm and keep women from being pregnant for 3 years. Yeah. Norplant. And then there's another one that's there, right? So, and here's the interesting thing. I got the statistics. The Journal of American Medical Association Network Open in 2022 found that Black women were 2.4 times more likely in America than white women to have a provider recommend those implants first. This includes one called Nexplanon implants, which are a modern replacement of Norplant, 2.4 times more likely. And among all implant users, Black women are disproportionately represented. The CDC between 2019 and 2023 had found that 13% of Black women using contraception choose to implant. Only 7% of white women choose to implant. That's nearly double the rate. Why are Black women, there are Black women on here, why are Black women getting implants to keep themselves from being pregnant for 3 years? Why are they putting this poison and everybody else is not getting it? You're not being forced to get it. Why are they getting it? I wonder if y'all can help me. Yeah, she said they doped me during labor and forced me to have my baby because his heart rate dropped. I was 7 centimeters and I knew I could have made it to 10 centimeters. Yeah. And so thank God you were able to have your baby. He's healthy. Thank God for that. And yes, they dope you up. That is why I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm a man. I ain't never had a baby. My wife didn't let them give nothing because they'll tell y'all you can't handle the pain. Don't listen to them. The pain is your friend. That's according to my wife. I was with her when she had you, right? Yeah, the pain is your friend because just what she just said, I'll put that back up there. They doped you up during labor and force you to have your baby because of the heart rate drop. They ain't helping you. Bottom line, also, Keely, we know that disproportionately they will schedule you a C-section even if you don't need a C-section because they know they'll make money. And they know you make money. They need to make money. So as soon as you find out you're pregnant, like, oh, you're going to have this baby on this date at 12 o'clock. They schedule you in because they can make more money with that. And so the C-section, they push that. Even if you've had a previous C-section, the science now is that you don't have to have a C-section after having a previous C-section, that the science is better. They don't have to do that anymore. So what's happening is, I mean, we can cry this aloud, but then what happens is our own people would say, get that epidural, get them give you that stuff, all that going into you and put you up in the stirrups where you turned up and the lights are bright, shining down, all of those things which go against what really should be happening. So forced sterilization and bad policies continue in America today. Louise Pruitt says, this is true, Bishop, but I had all my children natural and would not fall for any of the lies. Exactly. Hey, my sister Louise, you can't take the pain. It's too much. That white girl down the hall, they telling her, you don't need all that. You don't need all that, because the pain helps you to push. And if you can't push, if they take the pain away, this is what they taught me. I don't know. I ain't never had a baby, never will. You got to say that in 2025. I never had a baby, never will, never can, never would. But if you don't have pain, you don't know the contractions is what helps to push the baby out. If they take away the contractions, yeah, the baby gonna be in distress. Because the baby like, can somebody help me get up out of here?
Yeah.
But I just can't take it. And like, we soft. No, we're not that soft. They're playing a game. And don't worry about it, Mama. Mama said, I fell for the okie doke, but that's okay. You won't fall for it anymore. And now you'll warn our daughters and granddaughters, don't fall for that, because they're doing it. Naomi said, you sure enough got to say that, Bishop, because that's what they're doing. Yeah. And in many ways, a lot of the fetal distress and a lot of other things are induced by, first of all, I remember when you were about to be born, they went to do all these tests. We're going to do this. And then your mother said something. It blew me away. She said, so if you do an amniocentesis and you do all these other things, what you going to do after that? They said, nothing. We just want to know. She said, well, if you just want to know, we'll find out when he's born. Because you want to go prying and sticking all up through my belly button and sticking all up into the uterus and messing with the baby. And at the end of the day, can you do anything about it? Then you can't do anything about it. No. Oh, Danette Anderson, thank you. They also want to induce you as well, but thank God for natural birth. And that's the other thing, because they want to put you on their schedule. How did we get on this? Oh, Denmark did it to us. They want to put you on their schedule. Thank you, Danette Anderson. They want, we're going to go ahead and induce. Boop, we're going to pop your water now. Now the water is gone and the baby wasn't ready to come, and there's issues. That is why Tabernacle we open in the clinic. What's your thoughts, man?
There's two things, because the first thing is they don't listen to people. That's why it's important to have people with you that are willing to speak up for you and advocate for you in the medical field. Because there's two cases. First off, there's a dude, I think it was a few years ago, black dude. His wife died in the hospital because the medical people just basically ignored her. And a few days ago, this is from USA Today, I remember seeing it. It is from the 23rd of November. So this was Sunday that they posted it, but it was like 2 days before that. A lady in Indiana came to the hospital, black lady, ready to have her baby, and they told her she wasn't far enough along, and they sent her away because they weren't listening to her. As soon as she got in her car on her way to another hospital, she had her baby. So I think that it's bad on the medical field. This is why we need more black doctors. We need more Christian doctors, because forget black, forget white. We need more Christian doctors and more moral doctors, because a lot of doctors are deeply in debt and trying to pay off their debt. So they'll do anything to make money instead of focusing on caring for people. The Hippocratic Oath means nothing if the doctors don't care. And I believe we should have a different oath.
Let me tell you something. As a husband, you're a young husband. And as a father, you have to advocate whoever goes to the hospital with a woman that is in labor, because she's focused on the labor and all that is happening. You can't just go in there advocating being nice. You got to fight. Every one of our children, I had to fight. All my life, I had to fight. But seriously, you got to fight. Because your mother would focus and just say, I'm not hollering and screaming all over here, but I'm in serious pain. So she would quiet down and be in this serious pain. And like, Mom is okay. Dad, just move. I ain't going nowhere. And you need to do this. And you need to do that. And if I had to, during labor, I get loud and start roaring. Get in here and do this. get in here and do that. And they get to jumping because somebody got to advocate because also part of that thing is y'all don't feel pain. And we always trying to be okay. We trying to smile. I'm okay. That's right. With more melanin dying from preeclampsia and missing the signs because we're not complaining that this headache ain't went away. This haven't gone, I'm not okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 15. And then oftentimes that's right. But you got to advocate whether it's the mother that's with them, midwives, yes, midwives and doulas in the kingdom. You're right, Micaiah. That is why, as a church, I'm so excited that our clinic is opening. First of all, glad we won't have a test that you got to take after you have your baby.
Yeah.
But you can't be, listen, I think we need to bring some doctors on here and talk about your medical rights. Because we try to be smart and try to show people we're okay. So we don't take a written test in America, but you think you're taking an oral test. And I got to jump through these hoops. And yes, I'm fine. It's whatever you say. I'm compliant. I'm this. No, listen here. Listen here. I'm telling you, when your brother was being born, one of your brothers being born, your mother grabbed my hand, was holding my hand while she was in labor. I thought she was hurting. She was holding my hand because I was going off on the nurses who he almost hit the floor. I said, she's in labor. They literally laughed. Now here comes the baby. I said, get my baby, catch my baby. Give me. She was holding my hand. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. It's what we're going to do here to have you hurt my child. Have you do it. And then last thing, because now you done got me on a rant now. Last thing, you don't need one shot on the day your child is born. Don't put a shot in them. Don't put a shot. Everything that baby needs is in a mother's colostrum coming through her breast. All the antibiotics, all the probiotics, all the nutrition. Don't let them give you no Enfamil, no whatever that mess is, no what's Similac. And don't let them we're going to give them some medicine now. A brand new baby born don't need no medicine. I know I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. That's a lie. My baby don't need no medicine and give them to me. Don't take them nowhere. Let them don't wait. I'm going to make an appointment where you can have some skin to skin. No, lay him on me right now. Lay him on me right now. Wash him off while we watching and give him here. You don't need no break. You don't need no break. I'm gonna give you a break. We're gonna take him down. No, I don't need no break. This is what we always did. Put his carriage right here. Your mother in the other room, I should call her in here if she don't want to come here. Put a carriage right here and put the baby right here. We got this. We the parents. Don't sit him down no hall. We got him. Now, if the baby is in distress or something, I get that. They got to go to NICU. That's different. But if the baby is okay, don't give them no shot. Put them on my breast. Oh, you can't breastfeed. And that's the first thing. You can't breastfeed. Oh, you can't breastfeed. Who's to say I can't? Let me try. Give me a few days. That baby going to suck it down. And it's going to hurt a little bit. And your uterus is going to contract some while you breastfeed. There's going to be some pain. But that pain is good because it's helping your body. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I don't have much to say on this one. I mean, I'm quiet. I just look at the news.
And by the way, thank you, Sister Pruitt. Nursing children, studies show that a child who breastfeeds they test higher IQ tests. They're more emotionally secure. All of those things. All of those things. Yeah. Yeah, you said my wife told me a lot. Yeah, my wife taught me a lot because, listen, by the time we get to the hospital, I would have my paper with the contractions, the times, how long it was between the. They never want to look at my paper though. I'd be like, I have a report. I can tell you where the contractions are. We know we waited till the right time to come here, and the baby is smarter that's breastfeed, more emotionally connected when there's breastfeed, and healthier when they breastfeed, and get less infections even later in their life. And when they do a longitudinal study, even past 10 and 15 and 20, there's a difference between breastfeed babies and those who are not breastfed.
And breastfeeding helps the emotional connection between mother and child.
Yes. And let me tell you something. If you can't produce milk, there's some ways your milk can come down. You can put cabbage on your chest.
I'm not.
Not cooked, not on your chest, the mother's chest. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Put cabbage on your chest to help bring your milk down. You don't need professional help. Get some woman that know what she's talking about. She'll help you. Put some cabbage on your chest, help bring the milk down. Let that baby start sucking. It'll come down. It will come down. It takes a minute. It takes a process. It will come down. And don't let them dope you up, because them drugs can kind of help stop it also. And it will come down. Anybody know about the cabbage? It works. I know.
Yeah.
All right. This has been a different Wake Up Monday.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Micaiah said oatmeal helps. Hey, I didn't know that. Body armor. In other words, really, what you're trying to say is, I was going to say that earlier. Micaiah, you're talking about body armor. Body armor, you got to be hydrated. That's the other piece. So if you're dehydrated, you need to be hydrated for your milk. So plenty of water or body armor, and then make sure you're not drinking a lot of other things, a lot of tea and all that kind of stuff. Because tea has caffeine, and if you're drinking caffeine, that baby gonna be woke too. It's gonna go straight to the baby. Look at my brother, Elder Sutton said, heal faster. My wife did all three, and the doctor was amazed at their first checkup. That is correct. Stop stressing. Cortisol and all those other things. Listen, you know what the craziest thing you hear women saying, especially these young women? I just want to bounce back. I just want to bounce back. That is so unrealistic. That is an unrealistic goal. Let your body do what it's going to do. What you said, worried about bouncing back? Who you trying to look good for? What you stressing about looking good for somebody? Well, if the man that you had the baby with, man, you don't look like you look. He don't look like he looked either, and he's a jerk anyway. How you get pregnant by him? Devil is a lie. Yep. Okay, I'm glad we helping people. She said yes. Yes, water, plenty of water. You have to stay hydrated. So if you're not hydrated, if you're drinking soda pop and things of that sort, yeah, your milk ain't going to come down. And they didn't tell you that. Listen, our babies got to live. Our babies got to be healthy. They're going to be strong, because what you eat, they're going to eat. What you eat, so you got to eat balanced, because they're going to eat that, right? So that's where we at. I'm passionate about children, because look, my progeny is here right now. This is my greatest asset is my children. Not no money. It's my children. No caffeine when you're breastfeeding. That is right. And you got to be careful about eating certain things, right? I think it's like you want to be slow on eating peanuts, slow on eating different things, because the baby might be allergic. So you keep your diet bland. I believe that's what I remember. It's been a while since we had babies in the house. So yeah. It's been a while. All my babies got beards now. But
good news, though. Good news. You forgot.
Huh?
I got a nephew on the way.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We didn't talk about that. Talk about it, since I've been talking.
No, I was the host at the gender reveal, and I got a nephew on the way.
We got a nephew, got another baby on the way. And yes. But listen, we don't need a lot of the intervention that they try to do can actually hinder you and not help you. And in Denmark, they want to give a test. And for many of us, we're over compliant because we're passing an unwritten test, trying to fit in. And listen, the historical plan in the 90s, they were given Norplants. That's that thing that put in to keep you from being pregnant for years. In a course, if a woman was about to get sentenced in court, they say, we'll give you a lesser sentence if you get this implant. We make you sterile, except the implant. And so that's the legacy. And the implant that was used now, the implant use of Nexoplanin, or it's called Jadale, among Black women is almost twice as high as white women. But I'm gonna say today, Black women, whoever, listen, the numbers are crazy. But look, Denmark calls it parent testing. America called it public health and eugenics. And today is framed as provider recommendation or reproductive planning. Different centuries, different countries, same spirit. And when systems decide who deserves to parent or reproduce, bias becomes the policy.
Precisely.
So today, Wake Up Monday is a wake-up call. You cannot assume that your doctor is your friend. You got to get the right doctor. You cannot assume. You cannot assume it. You cannot assume that your doctor is your friend. You cannot assume that they mean the best. You got to check them. You cannot assume that institutions are free from prejudice, because they're not. I mean, they would say things to my wife. We go to house. Oh, you got a nice baby. You got a baby. You got a baby. She said, me and my husband got a baby. Oh, you got a husband. Oh, and not a baby daddy. That ain't funny. That ain't funny. People be in church now, fully married, talking about, here go my baby daddy, trying to make people feel comfortable. If that's your husband, that's your husband. Don't be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
My baby daddy, my baby daddy. You trying to fit in with the culture? No, that's what it is. Man, no, don't let them do nothing. Nope. You too, Sutton. A real man, don't let them do nothing to your wife without your permission. Like, look here, she not hearing you right now. This is how we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. Yep, I'm the mean old cuss standing right over here. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. So you have rights, and you can question, and you can say, send somebody else. You can ask them, are you the real doctor, or are you an intern? Are you a resident?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a bunch of residents. I never forget. I got to say this last thing, because I'm just, you done got me riled up, and you just so quiet today. You done got me riled up. I'll never forget, one of your brothers would get sick all the time. Two things happen. First of all, every time we went to Children's Hospital in Detroit, they'll want to do a spinal tap. Have him bent all over, want to do a spinal tap, bent all and he would have asthma. We was trying to figure it out. And then finally I said, wait. Why are we doing the spinal tap? No, here's what happened. I heard a guy say, let me get a turn. I ain't did one yet. Let me get a turn. Like he's on a PlayStation. And I said, leave my son alone. Get back. I was mad. Ooh, I was mad. Get back. What does he need a spinal tap for? And that's when I felt stupid, because I was young and I didn't know these people were just doing stuff just to do it for no reason.
Yeah.
They were just doing it. I felt so bad. I said, my God, I'm letting these people do stuff. They experiment on my child. Got them all bent. They literally was bending him over, sticking into his spine, doing a spinal tap for no reason.
Yeah.
And then I said, no, man, no. And they said, well, he got asthma because, he said, the asthma really is coming from the roach feces in your cabinets. You got to clean the cabinets of the roach stuff. Where do I know? Where do you assume I have roaches? I haven't seen a roach since the war. You out of your mind. I don't have roaches.
Yeah.
That was that bias. That was that assumption. So now that's what taught me. When I go into the doctor, I wasn't just, yes, doctor, whatever you say. Yes, doctor, whatever. No, why? Why you need to do that? Why were you asking this? Why are you asking that? Who are you? Are you a real doctor? Or are you the intern? Who's the head doctor? I want the head guy out here. I want a doctor. I don't need a resident.
Always get a second and third opinion.
What year resident are you? Then they want to be offended. What year resident are you? Then where's it? Well, he's not. I'm doing his rounds. Then we'll wait for him. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear from the guy who finished school, who got the license. Look at the son and say, I got the eye doctor straight, and wouldn't let him deliver our baby, trying to give her a C-section when they didn't need one because he was trying to get paid. Every time Children's Hospital was the worst. Ooh, this Tina Harris said the same thing. Children's Hospital in Detroit? No, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And so then I was like, oh, they made a fool out of me. And that's the worst thing as a father. Your child life is in your hand, and you trust in them. And they do this. I said, oh, no, this ain't happening no more. This is not happening anymore. Yep. Have your birthing plan on hand. Here's my birthing plan. I'm going to tell you what my birthing plan is. We're going to lay here till this baby come out. That's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And then when they come out, whoever circumcised them going to be the right person. We're not putting no medication in them. And I'm going to walk with you where you take that baby. So while she laying over there, I'm coming over here with the baby. Then I'm checking her and I'm checking with the baby. Let's clean them off. Now bring them back to the mama. Bring them back. But this ain't usually. Bring them back to the mama. We can take them down the hall. Bring them back to the mama. She want to see her baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And always get that second opinion, because if you don't, because some doctors just want to do stuff to you, like you said. Always make sure it's a second, third opinion.
Surgeons want to cut.
Yeah.
Surgeons want to cut. Surgeons want to do surgery. So I appreciate you, Mr. Surgeon, but let me get a couple more opinions if that's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So All right, I think that's
last thing for the people who say, it might be good for the government to take the babies away from some people because, their parents might not have been good or, they might not be left in the best situation or things like that. I got Ezekiel 18:20 for them. It says, the one who sins is the one who will die. The children shall not share the guilt of the parent, nor the parent share the guilt of the children. The righteous of the righteous will be credited to them, and the wickedness of the wicked will be charged against them. So if you're trying to charge somebody who's becoming a parent based off what their parents did, you're in the wrong.
Oh, I got one more thing to add. You just stimulated my memory. Okay, as you know, we got our last born son just turned 18.
Mm-hmm.
Before he turned 18, he was 17. Okay, anyway, he had strep throat. And your mother always says, don't let him go back there by himself, right? And I'm like, okay. So I went, so I go in with him. I see a big boy, he go in there. So I go sit with him, and then the nurse practitioner comes in at 17 and says, I think he was 16 at the time. It might have been 16. And she says, oh, what's wrong? My throat is swollen, da, 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 da. They said, well, I got to ask you some questions. Dad, you got to step out. I said, pardon me? You got to get out because this is private between me and him. And I said, before I just reacted. I said, I didn't say I'm not. I ain't going nowhere. What are you talking about? I'm the one to pay the bills. I'm the one with the insurance. I'm his parent. It's his right to be with me alone. And I got to ask him a question without you here. And if he wants you out, then she put it on him. If he wants you out, you got to go. And I said, you give him a choice to kick me out of the room. Then you gonna have to call the police, lady. Then I turned to him and I said, son, do you want me out of the room? And he looked like, no. I said, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
She started asking him, are you depressed? Do you want to commit suicide? Are you transgender? Do you play with yourself? Who you sleeping with? She started asking, and then I said, I'm sorry, stop the questions. What does this have to do with his throat? What does this have to do? Does he masturbate? What is this? And she said, I got to ask these questions. The state says I have to ask them. And I'm sorry. I said, no, stop asking the questions. He's not answering any more of these questions. Yeah. So even when it's not medical, they have an agenda. And then she said to me, listen, I'm a Christian like you. I don't know where she got that I was a Christian. Because I was like, I'm not going nowhere. You got to call security on me. And then they're going to have to drag me up out of here. And we both leaving at the same time. And so she then said, she looked both ways. She said, I wish more parents would push back like you. Usually they just walk out when I tell them to leave. Thank God you didn't either, Marika Taylor, 2399. You told the doctor the same thing for Kyle's physical when he was asking questions. He was there the entire time. But that nurse practitioner said most people just walk out when she tell them to go, and she wished they would push back.
Yeah.
Protect your greatest asset is your children. All right.
Yeah. Well, wake up Monday. You heard it here. You didn't hear it anywhere else. You heard it.
You didn't hear it here first, but you heard it here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So can you throw back up that flyer for the Leadership Summit? Listen, I pray you all come to Leadership Summit. We got medical professionals that'll be here. We got all kinds of people that's going to be at the Leadership Summit. This is the Tabernacle Church Leadership Summit. This is Tabernacle Church. You can go to tabernacle.org to register. It's right across the bottom of the screen. We got 20 speakers. This thing is like a Christian think tank. We ain't churching. We're thinking. And we're going to tackle problems. We're going to look at problems. And then we're going to look at the solutions and discover solutions in education, in healthcare, in family, in the marketplace, in church. If for our mental health, we even have mental health experts. We're going to look at it from a real perspective, not the okie doke that my sister said earlier, not the okie doke that they were saying earlier. So I pray that you come. Mm-hmm. You can go to the website. You can get there. We're not churching, but we thinking. We ain't jumping around that day. As much as I love jumping around, I was jumping around yesterday. But we worshiping God with our minds, worshiping God with our minds. All right. Anything else, Keely?
No, that's it. Just, don't be afraid to go to jail to protect the people you love in the hospital.
Oh, I never said this too. Don't be afraid to go to jail.
You have to be willing to go to jail.
Man, listen. You got to be wise as a snake, harmless as a dove. When you go in there, don't hit nobody enough.
Even Jesus flipped a few tables.
Don't flip the bed at the hospital when your wife having a baby. Listen.
Jesus made a whip out of rope.
They're gonna say you got radicalized on Wake Up Monday. My God. But listen, let me just say this. What was I about to say? What's that QR code up there for?
Leadership Summit.
Oh, that's cool or what? All right. There's a QR code up there. I was about to say one more thing. I forgot now. You got me laughing now. But listen, everybody that's with us. Oh, this is what I forgot to say. Share. Please share this. That's what I was going to say. Share this. This is going to help somebody. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Share this with somebody. That boy got me scared. I had to make sure he's right. Nobody.
I'm right.
Yeah, listen, we ain't going to jail. I had 11 children. Didn't go to jail on damn one of them, but they were all right. And then I had to fight them later. But listen, make sure you share this. Can you share this? Share this on some platforms. Share this on your page, because this information may help somebody. It might help somebody in Greenland or Denmark, or somewhere between Greenland and Mississippi. We might be able to help somebody if you share this. This is why we do what we do. God bless you all. It's been
one more thing.
Yeah.
We are doing I'm gonna put the link in there to give, because we are making a women's clinic. It's coming really, really soon. So I put the comment in there. You can go to tapsouthhaven.org/ways to give towards the cause of putting a women's clinic in Mississippi, in Memphis, where we don't have good health care for women in our community or the community at large. There was a lady a few days ago, she posted it in South Haven Happening. She went to Baptist Hospital. She stayed in the emergency room for 12 hours before they could get to her.
Wow.
We need Christian, safe health care.
And listen, I am excited that our clinic is about to open. Because a lot of what we talk about now, if somebody was in our clinic doing that, boy, I'm telling you, I'm going to flip them up out of there. But we're going to have good, safe people that's going to take care, going to make sure you lactate. The mobile clinic we need to do. But this one, Kimiana, is going to be at the church upstairs. And Kimiana is the epitome of the opposite of them negative people. She is like one of the top nurse practitioners in the state of Mississippi. And what we want to do is a mobile clinic. Yes, Kim, let's do it. Let's go. She's one of the top nurse practitioners, which means she's a doctor, and her daughter is a doctor. So, she just happened to be related to me. So, hey, but that would be she's related to you too. So anyway.
Hotty toddy. She already know what it means. Hotty toddy.
Yeah.
We 10-1. We
better hope Lane stays. That's what you better hope. So Kim, we definitely got to do mobile, because we got to go to these smaller places and provide access to real healthcare, not these hacks. Amen. Please share, everybody. Kaya asked me to mention a book. That's right, everybody. My book is about to come out. Listen, there's a few things. I'm really pushing on two things. My book is called Married to a Fool. It's dealing with dysfunction that happens in marriage, what happens in marriages, and how you can get through it, and how you can break free from cycles and patterns of negativity that happen in marriages. So, I'm praying that book is coming out soon. There's a lot going on. I'm going to give you more details. I'm also going to be doing some things to accelerate you and elevate you in leadership, in any sphere you are in leadership. I got a webinar that I'll be doing to help power you up, and some other things to help push you there. She's there for the church clinic. Yeah. So I'm excited about that, and excited about what God is doing to you, for you, and through you. And I'll be sharing more information with you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And by the way, it's 2 books simultaneously that'll come out. First is Married to a Fool, and it deals with dysfunction in marriage from a biblical perspective. And I interview Christian mental health specialists in each chapter. Then I also have Dating a Fool. How do you look at what are the red flags and what are the things to look at when dating and how to avoid getting in bad relationships. All right. Exactly. What you talking about? Hold up now. What I do? I don't know what I did. Oh, you talking about Wayne?
Yeah, Ole Miss. Yeah, Lane. Man.
Yeah.
He ain't gone nowhere.
Yeah, Lane. I don't know. Lane is moving. I don't know. Lane, I think he would be crazy to go. I think he should stay here. Yep, he should stay here. Yep, we've welcomed him and done all these other great things. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm going to continue to pre-grill right now. I'm in my pre-grilling mode. And I was at the farm. I went down to the farm and got some fresh meat. I didn't go to Walmart and all. I went to the farm, my son. I got you, my son.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell my coach we got you. God bless all of you. God bless all of you. Yep. Dating a fool and married a fool, and how to break the foolish cycles within our lives. Are y'all with me? Yeah. All right. The pre-order will be out within, I think, within a week. The pre-order will be out in a week, and then I'll make sure you have the links. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. On Thanksgiving Day, enjoy watching the Detroit Lions play. The Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions will be playing for all of your watching pleasure, even though we know the NFL is fixed and rigged, and in the NBA and all those other folks, we know that we're going to have to do a wake-up Monday on it because now they gambling like crazy. But we got to roll. We got to go. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you. May God be glorified. Think of some things that God has done for you just in recent days throughout this year, and give him praise for it and tell somebody. Thank you for being with us. Wake Up Monday. Make sure you share. See you next time.
All right. Bless you all. Good night.